All right, guys. Check it out. I'm rich. No, just joking. So, yeah, the Nifty platform has this very interesting profile tool. And this is something that Tyler's been kind of wanting to show people because it's a way to get people who aren't even necessarily going to use the platform for renting or listing decks to come log in if they want to see one pane of glass where their account value's at. And as you can see, it also will show you where it is over time. So you can see back here in February, it was up near these levels. And then we went like this, and now card values have started going back up, and now we're back up near here. And then if you go down here, you can see that also he gives you two separate charts. So I was saving up. I had this like 2 days where I put a lot of cash into the game to get ready for Rift Watchers. And then I spent it on Rift Watchers. So, and since I did a group buy, I had a bunch of people sending me money. So it looked like I got really rich and then I got really poor on my tokens. But see, the difference in my money was like this was my money and then it went down to here. From here to here. But here was my group buy coming in and then all of it going out. So if you on my main account, I have like 9,000 packs bought, and I'm waiting for the next airdrop to be able to distribute the next airdrop to the people that went up in with me. But it's been kind of annoying. But then over here, you can see he can track your NFTs, and he shows you all of them. So I have 2 licenses, I have 80 totems, and apparently my totems are worth $2,000. And so I would never know that. I have 3 lands that are worth $23,000, which is kind of funny because it says 3 lands, but 2 of those are tracks. That's why my 3 lands are worth so much money. That's actually 201 lands, not 3 lands. I have 430 packs sitting on my account worth a little over $1,000. That was interesting to see. And then I have 6,172 different cards worth roughly $81,000. So again, I'm outing my money and myself. Don't come and jump me, guys. But this I'm kind of just wanted to show off this cool portfolio tool. The other thing that's kind of cool, if you're someone who has a bigger collection like me, you get it'll break down what you have. So see, I have 53 alpha cards, 182 beta cards, 89 promo cards, 496 untamed, which is my biggest collection, worth the most. And that makes sense because like when I got in alpha and beta, I was kind of a newer person within the NFT ecosystem and I didn't go very big. Then I saw what happened to alpha and beta cards and I said, I'm going to get a whole bunch of untamed. And then I did the same thing on Chaos Legion. I went even bigger, but they haven't gone up in value yet. But, you know, I don't expect them to go up like Untamed because this was such a small set compared to this, but we'll see. And then my little Rift Watcher collection and my rewards cards are worth $16,000. That's kind of interesting to think because I got all those cards for free, right? The rewards cards. Or I bought them very cheaply. Maybe I bought some of them, but for the most part, guys, I got these for free. So that's pretty cool, right? And then when you go down here, this is one of the things that's pretty wild. You can see your earnings by day. And this was the day I got 17,000 SPS in one chest. Look out, it happened way over there. And I was funny because when I first saw this, I was like, what was that? And I was like, oh, that was the day I got a ton of SPS in a chest. and then you can kind of see like the random days where you probably got like a bigger SPS reward or a golden card in your rewards. But that mostly they stay relatively stable. I mean, if I told you that your earnings in a game were going to be like this, pretty flat with like giant peaks when you got pretty lucky, that's not bad at all. And then you can see a breakdown on the year to date. So far this year, I've earned $1,800 playing the game. There's the rewards for playing, the rentals that I've rented out, the revenue share, sharing rentals. This is the stuff I have on their platform. My SPS staking, my land rewards, my license rewards, and my nightmare pack rewards. And so I can see where they're coming from. But even better, I can look at it monthly as well. Now, monthly actually looks better than yearly because recently my rewards have started to go up a little bit. So NFTY Arcade, it's basically meant to be a platform for play-to-earn gamers and investors so that you can see all these things. The last thing we're going to get into, you can see I have these revenue shares. So these are my 2 level 4 chaos decks that I have rented out to people, and they have basically full level 4 chaos stuff, like silver level chaos stuff, level 5 if it's common, level 2 if it's legendary, and they both have earned me a $31 and $37 since they started playing them, and my share is $29. So I get a bulk amount of the money. I actually take a bigger percentage than I used to take of the earnings they make per day. But that's because they get to keep all the soulbound cards now. Both of them are playing, and they've had a pretty good seasons. They're at 80 chests each. I believe they're playing in gold with these decks, but one of them might even be playing in diamond. But that seems kind of high for diamond chests. Oh, no, this is all time. I'm sorry, this isn't this season. So it keeps these are all the chests so far. And then you can see here, this is a deck that I have delegated to my wife's account because being an ambassador for them, they do a fun little thing and they raffle away diamond decks that you can have delegated to whoever you want. Now, last time I won this, I found somebody in my Discord and I had them delegate it to him. But this time I had them delegate it to me. And that's because I wanted to do an experiment. And my experiment was going to be, if I came into Nifty as a brand new player, and I'm not, so it's not the best experiment in the world, but if I rented a diamond deck from somebody, how far could I get and what could I look at earning? And I can see here that so far I've only earned $2.51, but we get it for the whole season. And this is the deck right here on my wife's account that I made for her. This is one of the accounts that I used to bot, but now I gave that deck out on Nifty. So I brought that deck in. And if you want to look at the deck, because I am in Diamond League now, it is mostly a chaos set, but it is missing like the reward cards. See, like I don't have a blood maker. I don't have an exploding rats. One of the things you might notice that's missing if you look at the water deck they gave me is there's no Oceanus. So I am, there's no Pellicor Bandit. See, it's at level 1. They included them, but they only gave me like a level 1 Tide Biter. But I have a level 4 Narissa. So and like a maxed out Demon Shark and a maxed out Kelly and a maxed out Runemaster Kyle. So really good. So like some amazing cards, but some cards I am used to using that I can't use. So it's kind of funny, but as you go through, you can see it's a pretty good deck. And this is one that, something that you can get from them. And I've been battling with it, guys, and I've taken it all the way up to Diamond 3. And so I went from novice, and let me tell you, the hardest league to get out of with a rented high-level deck, guys, is novice. Novice took me from 100% to 77% to get 10 wins. I could not beat those stupid bots who played perfect decks when everybody has only level 1 cards. So even though I had high-level cards, Novice was only letting me use level 1 cards, and I was getting my butt kicked. It was wild. I was like, no wonder the new player experience needs to change. No wonder they need to run Novice bots. It's just wild. And one of the glad things I am about the rating changes is that now I don't know how often I'll be lucky enough to win that free diamond deck for a season as one of their ambassadors. And I don't know how often I'll keep it and how often I'll look to give it away to somebody. The thing is, last time when I was trying to give it away to somebody, it took like 5 days, and I'm like, man, that wasted so much time of that deck, you know, to waste that much time of the season before he could actually get it. So this time when they told me I won the same day they said I won, I said, I'll just give it to my wife's account. I want to try playing it. So, but so I've had to play this deck all manually, no botting on it, because if I bought it on it, I'd be breaking Nifty's terms and I would lose. One of the things that's interesting, though, is part of their deck, it claims your rewards for you. So I for a long time, I've been under like high ECR because it took me a long time to recharge, because normally to recharge, I would kind of like give up maybe one chest to just let it recharge so I can make all good chests. But we have a quest, we have Dragon, so let's do a couple battles and see if I can win in Diamond. What do you guys think? It'd be interesting if you could just skip Novice if you prove you're not a bot. Or maybe if you had like max level cards on your account, you could just hit a button and skip Novice. Because I was using those level 1 cards and I was just losing so bad. It was so frustrating. Now I have to admit, fighting to this point, I've fought an amazing amount of people that have lower level cards than me. And I end up winning a lot of games because of that. Now this person actually has max level cards, so this should be a good battle, whoever they are. So no legendaries, no this, and everybody gets maxed up life, but only 20 mana. No legendaries, no, and no, and keeping your distance. This is interesting. Well, since I'm on a Dragon Quest, and with who's available, I mean, I kind of want to do Thaddeus, but I'm going to try Thispa with Death. Okay, and so then we're going to put Chaos Agent, because that's kind of a no-brainer, right? And then no 0-cost cards on the deck because it only has the legendary ones. Now we're going to go to 2-cost. We don't necessarily want to use those. Life Sapper's a really good card with the Life Leech, right? It doesn't have one of these. That would be another interesting good one to play. We do want to play low-level cards in Equalizer. We don't have a leveled up Bonesmith. This would be a normal, really good card to use, right? But this one is kind of interesting, especially with the Backfire ability here on the Chaos Agent. So that one's not a bad play. Let's see, if we go up to 5, this guy's pretty good. Now I think we'll probably come back down. There's no other ones. So if we're going to use all our mana, we'd be looking at another level 3. Now we don't have armor. So armor repair, this guy doesn't really make a lot of sense unless I just want the slow. So I guess I'll play this guy with the poison. And we'll see if this works. We were running low on time, but it's going to take a minute to load here. Looks like I might have to do a refresh. First test battle in the game doesn't work. Baron's Toolbox broke my game. There we go. Okay, so I tried Thishba. He did a Quicks, which is going to slow me down. I did a lot of magic, but this is going to hurt a little bit. He had this card leveled up, which is actually a really good card to use. He had this card, and he has this card here. So he went for double speed up. With a card that's going to be hard for me to hit. So initially looking at this, I think I'm going to lose. Because with how fast these cards are, I don't think his dodge is going to help. Because he went speed down for me, as you can see. Speed up for him. We're going to have a whole lot of missing. But I want to show something on this deck over here. I couldn't replicate this deck with what I have given to this account, because I don't have a Pelacor Conjurer, as silly as it would be. I don't have a Naga Assassin on this deck, as silly as it would be. And I don't have a Venari Bonesmith, because those are rewards cards. And the deck only has the core Chaos set, so, and some Riftwatcher cards. So unfortunately, I got pummeled. That was a much better lineup on the other side. It's a lineup I think I would have typically went with. So we'll have to try again. Yeah. When Untamed gets out, that'll be interesting. Okay, so we got Equalizer again, but this time with Even Stevens and Rise of the Commons again. So twice in a row, which is kind of a disappointment because this deck does have a lot of really good legendary cards. And so I don't really love that they keep taking them away from me. Okay, so let's try Obsidian this time. Okay, so we can do this card and this card. We don't have those ones leveled up, so we'll go to here. Now I do... Oh, no legendary though. It's very interesting. I do like this card. See, I can't get armor, which is a disappointment because they don't have this card. And even though I have a Queen Macelia, they've taken it away from me, which is kind of frustrating. We can put a Goblin Psychic. That's a good card. Let's see. We don't have any legendary, which means we can't get our triages. This is a pretty good card, and that leaves me with 5 mana left. Well, I guess this one, in case they also do Chaos Agent. Hopefully we'll be able to hit them. And there we go. Let's see if it works this time. Yeah, I don't have an Oceanus. Now, I could transfer a little DEC over here, guys, and probably rent a max level of a lot of those cards very cheaply. But I'm trying to see what I can do with just the Nifty deck. And we're not going to play too many games here. I just wanted to play a couple with this account and see how we could do. Now, here's an example of I got matched up against somebody with level 6 cards, a level 6 person. This is going to be less of a bad thing for them because it's Equalizer. But let's see. They did throw out this card here for a silence. So that's going to help them out a little bit because it is going to weaken my guys. Ooh, we got one backfire there. We got another backfire. So those backfires are cool. They also have a princess, another backfire. So 3 backfires in the first round was pretty good. We did take out their person. Now we're going to get into the secondary stuff. This is interesting. I think because of the damage of the Regal Parrington, and we're going to get a boost right here once we take this one away. I think this is going to end up being a win. This is where the higher level cards are just going to, their damage output is what's going to put me over the top. This is an interesting card to have at the end. I think these two should have been swapped so that your high life Seedsmith could have been in front of the healer. But you could also say on my lineup, he probably should have been further back. At least one more back, so my lineup wasn't perfect. Let's do one more. Oh, you're right. I did accidentally use a level 1. I didn't even notice. Bad. All right, so let's go Kelia here because when you're going melee only in Chaos Legion, you can use these 3 All-Stars, right? These are the Chaos Legion All-Stars. These ones right here. We still have 47 mana, though. So we can throw him out there and her out there because they're maxed out. And then, do we just hit fight? Because that's all we got? I guess we can put her there. Guess that's all we got. I would have probably went fire, but fire wasn't an option. Green, I don't feel like Chaos only green has enough melee monsters on the melee monster only side to compete with this. And death would have been an interesting one, perhaps. But, it's kind of interesting playing when you don't have... I'm used to having every card in the game, and I'm having to throw together these games just like with what I have. And it's actually been kind of fun. So here we are going to fight somebody with slightly lower leveled cards, but they did throw out this guy to have the evade, which could be interesting. Also, this is a good play here. I kind of forgot about that, unless my Deep Lurker gets an early poison, because he's going to be going after that for a long time. So let's see if we get an early poison. His thorns, you know, it's like I could get a first round poison and that guy isn't going to impact this game at all. I could get a no poison. Oh, wait. Well, I am going to be taunted here first. I forgot about that. Man, I'm getting a lot of misses for considering I'm not blind. I know he flies, but I'm a lot faster than him. I'm surprised there were that many misses. That's that dodge, huh? Look at that dodge. I'm missing a lot. Oh, that poison was kind of interesting. Here we're going to get another miss. These 8 speed to 3 speed, and that dodge just kicked in. That's a hit. That thorns is kind of nasty with a heal. We didn't get the poison here, and we got it there. So at least he isn't going to beat his head against that guy. Okay, now thorns is gone. Now, so is my... Oh, I got to retaliate there. That was kind of big. Now, can these people take out Harklaw? We can't poison him. And we can't hit him that hard. I think the Deep Lurker, though, who's actually able to hit him for 2, combined here with her hitting the front board, this should be a win. So not bad, not bad. That team definitely could have been trouble. Did I play at low level? Oh, yeah, the Vampiric Blossom was level 1. That was a mistake. How funny. Well, you know, oh well. You're going to make mistakes like that when you have those level 1 rewards cards in on the team. But we don't want to do that, right?